Okay. All right. Give everybody a minute to get here. Let me tweet. Hi, guys. Hang on. Let me go ahead and tweet something here. Maybe that one. I don't know. Let me just plain tweet. In the morning live. How y'all doing today? Happy hump day. What's everybody doing today? Any plans? Any creativity plans? Okay, let's see. Shannon C, Vanessa A Designs, Vanessa Angel Rose Designs, Darla K, Pamela, Gassel, Zeely, Darla, Dee Dee Sue, Nana Mo, Zeely, hi peeps. Gaga, good afternoon. Admiral Catherine, lurking at work, but here. Okay, I won't put your picture up there then. If you're at work. Hi, B. Let's see. Who else is here? I want to like to say good morning. So, as y'all can see, I think we'll do brush lettering today. I have a couple different things just sketched out. I thought I'd do it kind of big so we'd have lots of room. Now, why is my camera shaking? Let me move my cord a little there so it doesn't shake, maybe. Let's see. Hang on, guys. It's attached to that table, so that's making it shake. Let's see. Get my voice going here. Sylvia, Jennifer M, Nancy, who else? Janice, Corey. Thanks everybody for stopping in. I thought we'd just play with some watercolor, some foam stamps, some brush lettering, and anything else we feel like. I'm going to do giveaways today. I'm going to give away 2 more of the Explorer's Journey. The last 2 that Faithful Mess sent us. I'm going to give these away today. And yesterday I worked on Happy Mail and thank yous all day. I got my prints made, and these were the thank yous that I sent out for the last month. So I think they turned out pretty good. I sent a couple little ones out as well, just because people that they're here a lot, so I just sent a couple out for them. Hey Julie, happy wonderful Wednesday. I'm going to mute a second. I have to cough. I haven't got my voice going yet. I probably need to get hotter coffee. Hotter coffee. Let's see. Who else? Jennifer. So if you're this is your first time here, you're watching a recording, always come on a few minutes early to say good morning to everybody before we get rolling. Rolling. So, hi, Bacola. How you doing? And yeah. And also, I wanted to say, if you were not at Lena's yesterday, Lena is going to be on the show tomorrow. Remember, Janet and I are going to try to do Thursday morning, just for an hour or 2 guest shows on Thursday morning. So Lena is going to be here tomorrow. as our guest that we can grill. I mean, politely ask questions. So Lena's going to be our guest tomorrow. And if you do want to be a guest on the show with Janet and I when we do interviews, chats, talks, just whatever on Thursday mornings, they're not going to be long. They're just an hour, between an hour and 2 hours, Thursday morning. And then because Kathy Arbor comes on at 1 on Thursdays, 1 Eastern. So anyway, so tomorrow Lena is going to be our guest. Hi, Faithful Mass. How you doing? So, hi, she spins Juanita Littlefoot. And anybody else, at ease. The mod salute. The mod salute, so the mod goes at ease. You guys are so funny. So anyway, yeah. And if the mods can be here, Janet will be here too. And so again, it's just going to be a little kind of a way to get better. No, kind of like what we used to do with the collage, All About You. Now we can do it all about you on a video. Maybe, that might be fun to do. Hadn't thought about that. What if we did like an all about you? I don't know if I could do that though. I don't know if I could do an all about you and conduct, an actual collage piece and all about you and conduct an interview at the same time. I can multitask pretty well, but chatting, arting, and keeping up with the chat, reading the chat, and throwing in a interview. I don't know if I can do 4 things at once. We'll see. And it'll be the same 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern. I mean, I'll probably be here 5 or 10 minutes early just to make sure everything's set up. But 9 a.m. Eastern, Thursday mornings, we're going to try. Now, I can't promise you we're going to do it every Thursday. This is going to depend on if we have guests. This is to do guests. And if Janet and I can't find anybody that wants to be on our show, we probably won't do it on a Thursday morning. But, that's the plan anyway. Just to do a little Thursday morning. Hi, beady-eyed Beth. It's been a while since I've seen you. Good morning. Good to see you. If y'all don't know beady-eyed Beth, go follow her on IG. She has some amazing jewelry and all kinds of stuff. Just go over there and follow beady-eyed Beth on IG. So anyway, hopefully we will have people that will volunteer to be grilled. I mean, politely interviewed. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that on Thursday mornings. Again, whether it'll be every Thursday, I don't know. We'll see. If Janet can't be here, I'll do it by myself. But that's the plan. That is the plan. So if y'all have any suggestions, if you want to, volunteer to be on the show, you just got to have a camera and I will send you a link and you'll be linked in. You don't really have to do anything, but just have a camera. Let me link you in. Here's my email if y'all want to say if you want to be on. I'll set up, a time. And so that's kind of what the plan is. So again, if you don't know Lena, let's see, Picola, what's Lena's? It's Linux. I can't remember her YouTube channel name, but we'll make sure and give it to y'all tomorrow too. And if Picola pops it in there, I'll let y'all know. But anyway, she's in Denmark. So she's going to try to squeeze in a little time during her day because, the time difference. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Maybe we can have Mary Altier on. And anybody that wants to. Thank you, Julie Topaz. There it is. There is Lena's YouTube channel, Miss Linux 2010. Okay, I couldn't remember the number. Hi, Tracy. So thank you, Picola. Picola put in the link to the channel too. So there we go. Yeah. Thanks, guys. So hi, Darla, Molly, Tracy, Jeanette. Good morning. And this is It starts with an M. What mint? Let me look it up because I have it written down because I couldn't remember. This is make sure I got the right. Is this Mirkwood? Is it Mirkwood? Mirkwood? I think it's Mirkwood. Let's see. Yeah, thank you. That's what I thought, Bacola. I had it written down because I knew I wouldn't remember. I knew it started with an M. So I looked in my M file. I've written it down. Okay. Hi, Diane. Angie. Let's see who else. I know I'm probably missing people. Blue Blood, good morning. I know I'm not trying to miss anybody, guys. I try to call out everybody that's here in the call outs time. Hi, Carrie Ann. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Teresa Duffy. Yeah. So anybody that's popping in. So yeah, I thought we would do some brush lettering, and I did this. I'm thinking about my Christmas. Was something I send out at Christmas. So this was kind of just a red and green kind of thing, but I just did this. And what I want to do is maybe a couple of quotes, and it's just going to be. I'm just doing it on some sketch paper. But when you photograph it, and all you have to do is take a picture with your phone. You can do a contrast. So if you have this is an off-white paper. So if you have an off-white paper, you can turn it white in contrast, just so that it's brighter if you're on an off-white paper. Because a lot of sketch paper is off-white, which is fine, but it's good easy on the eyes. But if you want to make a print or something and you want a white background, you'll have to change that. Otherwise, it looks kind of dirty. It looks kind of, you can see it here. It's not pure white. So you got to kind of high contrast that out. And so anyway, I think I'm going to, do some practicing here for, a Christmas. It's not going to be a Christmas card. It's going to be like a little Christmas poster thing, a little print. So this was just something I was just playing with some different ideas on. And I did one, I'll show, and I'm going to show you how I lay it out. I used to do calligraphy, not brush lettering calligraphy professionally, but the dip pen kind of, the dip pen kind of lettering. But what's nice, and I did pull a couple books over there. What's nice about brush lettering, it doesn't have to be so precise. When you do calligraphy, like Old English Gothic lettering or italic, any kind of real, lettering, calligraphy lettering with a pen, the dip pen, it's you have to really be very precise. With brush lettering, it's a little bit more forgiving. You can do it, you don't have to do it on the line. You can do it dips, and I forget the name for that, but it dips, and so it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. But if you want it to be, you can do pencil lines. I have a little square here. This is just a sample thing, so I don't care if the pencil lines will not be able to be erased. They won't be able to be erased because I've gone over them with watercolor. It will very likely not erase. Let's do a little test. But I just laid this out. I can erase it a little bit, but you can still see it. You don't want to. You want to make sure that your border is erased before you start stamping, or so light you barely can see it. Of course, I try to do things here on the channel so that you will see it, right? Yeah, it's erasing a little bit, but it's also erasing some of the watercolor. So yeah, it's best if you erase your marks before you do the stamping. And that's all this is. This is a foam stamp with watercolor painted on it. And so it stays kind of watercolory, right? So I pulled this is an old one here, and it's stained. That's ink stain, but you can still watercolor with it. But I just pulled a few stamps out here, and I've got a whole bag full. I have a bag full of foam stamps, but I pulled these, especially these are my new ones. These are my new ones. Like I have my Patty Tolly Parish ones that have I love these kind kind of symbol things on there. That might be a cute border. But I'm thinking if I'm doing a quote, or lettering, you don't really want competing lettering. Like this is lettering, unless it's some kind of a puzzle or something. But I don't really want competing lettering. But these right here, and I can't remember the artist's name that did this set. But I got them at what is it? Foamies? Is it foamies.com? Foamy? Anyway, I'll think of it in a minute. But Patty Tolly Parrish is one of the artists that has her foam stamps there. And there's a little house. They sent me that. But anyway, I just pulled a few different ones that I could use if I wanted to, But foamies, art foamies. Thank you, Pacola. Art foamies. And the artist that did this was a set that you could buy the whole set. I'm not thinking of her name right now, guys. Thank you, Merkwood. So I thought something like these or the leaves. I'm just going to play and practice a few different things. I don't know that I'm going to make a finished project today, but I'm going to show you different things you can do with it. And do some different brush lettering. And now, did I pull the right books that I wanted to show? I don't think I did. I'm going to have to go get my brush lettering books. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, well, I'll just pull this one because this is one of the better ones that I like. The brush lettering guide. This one, Peggy Dunn. And let's see, what year did this one come out? (2017). So this one's a good one. This is a good one, and there's trust me, and I've shown them before. I think I have a calligraphy playlist, so there's plenty of brush lettering guides and books out there. And bouncing. The letters are bouncy. That's the word I was looking for, where they go off of the line. So yeah. So let's see. Abigail, hi, Cat and Paste. I know I missed people while I stepped away. Vern, you know what I mean, Vern? Oh, wait, I messed it. There it is. There. Okay. Know what I mean, Vern? Cat and Paste. Hi, Sandy M. Sandy McKenzie. I know I'm missing people coming in. Thanks, everybody. Oh, thank you, Pacola. That was so quick. There's a link to this book already. Pacola's got it. Yeah. Thank you, Pacola. So I'll kind of flip through it. I wasn't going to really use any book, but we might find something in here we might want to do. But I'll flip through this. This is a good one for examples and practice. Well, thank you, Mrs. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I already sent you I think I sent, yeah, you already sent an owl, but thank you so much for the super chat, Mrs. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. Yeah, I sent out owls for channel supporters. This one right here. Y'all know this is a poster size, and I shrunk it down and I made it so that the detail would look even more detailed, so that didn't seem as detailed when it's really, really big. But when you shrink something down, the detail looks more detailed. So anyway. All right, guys. And don't forget, we are going to, thank you so much, Mrs. Very, very kind of you. We are going to do a giveaway today. I'm going to give away the last 2 books of the Explorer's Journey that Faithful Mess sent us. So we're going to give these 2 away today. Now, that being said, International will I will either send them a print of the owl or my most 2 recent ones. You can either get a print of the owl or you can get a peace sloth print. You can pick one. We'll do a separate giveaway for International because I cannot afford. Well, I can afford it, but it's I'm not going to spend $25 to send one of these books International, and then you don't even know if it ever makes it. So I just can't do International books. So in lieu of that, I do a separate International giveaway, and I give away a print. So that's how we work it on the giveaways. Let's see. How was it? Tell us about it, Julie. Julie took a watercolor brush lettering class with Peggy on Skillshare. With Peggy Dunn? With her? Did you really? How was it, Julie? Hi, Kirsty. Yeah, thank you. Julie's thanking Ms. MRS or Mrs. I just say Mrs., but it's probably MRS stands for something, but thank you, Mrs. Hi, Carla. Thank you. Thank you, Carla. Carla's always telling everybody to go click the thumbs up. Thank you, Carla. And let's see, and I also pulled my 1001 Ways to Be Creative book. I try to read out of that. I try to read out of this every week, a page or 2 out of that. So yeah. Let's see. All right. So Julie said it was a fun and informative class. Okay, I didn't know she had a Skillshare class. That's good to know. If anybody wants to go take a class with her, that's awesome, Julie. Thanks for sharing that. So what I have done is, well, first let's go ahead and look at this book just because it's a good example. And it gives you all different lettering, and maybe we'll just do one of her quotes out of the book because I want to do Christmas quotes, but y'all might not be ready for Christmas yet. That's kind of what I wanted to practice because I want to make a little mini print for Christmas. And but anyway, so we can do different things. So here's a few ways hand lettering can be incorporated: weddings, font design, logo design, testimonials, religious art, announcement, graphic design, invitations, maps, and certificates. So she gives you those different examples. She shows you all, of course, the usual, supply lists and different kinds of pens and papers. And yeah. So a lot, and then dot grids and lines for you to practice with, and then different kind of lines. And this is the same kind of lines that calligraphers have used for a long, long time. I don't know, a Halloween quote, Dee. Do you have a Halloween quote, Dee Ritchie? Then different guidelines and different whimsy lettering. Now I'm not going to go off of any of her letter forms. I'm just going to write like this. I'm just going to do plain old brush letter. I might do bouncing like off the lines, at least that's my plan anyway. Practice places, and then she has all different kinds of alphabets in here, and she shows you how to practice your lines. And you have to do the same thing with calligraphy. You have to practice the different strokes to get good at it. Here's one that we did on another show. We did this. We can do some alphabets too. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But I just thought it'd be fun to do some brush lettering. There's some numbers and maybe a quote or 2. This is just packed full of information. And I'm sure Julie said that her class was very informative. So I'm sure it has enough information for you to get started. That's for sure. Oh, okay, Teresa. I don't know about the different Amazon shippings. Kirsty. So, hi, Cindy Lee, little sister Cheryl. But I also wanted to show you how you can do different borders. Now, again, if you don't do brush lettering, if you like the regularly dip pen calligraphy kind of lettering, you can do the same thing. So, what I did is and this is just a big sketchbook. This is just one of the Hobby Lobby sketch pads. The paper's fairly thin. It's good for practicing and doing ideas. It's 70-pound weight, 125 sheets, 24.99. But they every third week they go on sale for 50% off. All Masters Touch. It's about every third week at Hobby Lobby. So if you have a Hobby Lobby, this goes down to 12.50 whatever. So anyway, I'll show you here how, and there's all different sizes. This is quite large. This one is a 14 by 17. So I don't know if you can see this here, but what I do, I try to make it easy on myself when I try to do something like this, and especially if it's a practice. I've got me an 8.5 by 11 piece of black cardstock, and I eyeballed it in the middle because you can measure it out if you want to. I just eyeballed it in the middle. I just drew a square around it. Then I took my clear ruler and I used the half-inch mark, and I just drew lines every half-inch. Now, depending on what you're going to do, if you're going to do a big, psalm or something, you're probably going to want to write littler. You might want to do it on this, do it this way if it's really big, because if it's really long, you're not going to be able to probably fit it on this, right? So if you want to do something longer, a longer quote, a psalm, whatever, then you're probably going to want to do it this way so that you can fit it in there better, fit more on the page, on the lines, because you'll have more lines, right? So, but I just thought I'd just do some brush lettering, not any real tiny calligraphy. For one, that's hard to see on camera. I can zoom in, but then my hand's in the way. We've done it before, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, Picola found a place that ships worldwide, the book depository. So Picola's on it, man. She's on it. And hi, Julie. Happy Wednesday. Bye, Mirkwood. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what it looked like before I put anything on it, right? This is kind of how I do it. Now, you don't have to put that many lines. It depends on what you're going to do. If you have your plan, if you have your quote or whatever. All right, so what I did here, and let's flip over to another page. So again, I'll just make a square with a piece of cardstock. And you can get as precise as you want. And if you're doing a calligraphy piece where it's very neat and very lined up, you will want to measure this more, because then if it's crooked, because then you're going to start doing your lines, and if this is crooked, then it's going to be at an angle. But with the brush lettering, especially with bouncy letters and all that, yeah, I'm just not that concerned about it. So what I've been using is, let me find here it is. These, and there's all different kinds of brands of these. There's Staedtler, there's Artist Loft. These happen to be the Staedtler ones that have a brush on one end and a little nib on like a little bullet tip on the other end. And then I think this set came with 24 maybe, and they were kind of the muted colors. There's probably 3-4 different sets Staedtler puts out. I think these are more the muted colors, and that's why I bought this set. But there's brights. I think there's pastels. there's all different ones. And plus, I have a whole slew of other ones right over here if I needed a different color. I'm just kind of rolling with these. These are the colors that I use for that kind of Christmassy one. And I think I'll kind of duplicate that first before we do another something something. I forget who it was who said that they wanted a Halloween. Do you have a Halloween quote? You know, some or fall. If you have something fall, we could do that as well. Um, Oh, well, thank you, Pixie. Pixie Cora. Thank you. Very sweet. Thank you, Pixie. I guess you mean me. Thank you, Pixie. Let's see. So what I did is I took my watercolors. Okay, now I don't want to be right here on the paper because I'll probably make a mess. Okay. I took my watercolors, and this is half set. This is half M gram that Janet sent me, and then there's most of them are M gram. There's I think 12 colors in here that are what do you call it? Prima Prima ones. Some of the earth tones that I added in here, and you can buy this Meeden box. You can buy this and put whatever kind of watercolors you want in it. So you can buy the box empty with just some half pans in it. And so I'm just going to spray it down and get it wet. Let me see if I can move over just a little here so you can kind of see some of the watercolor here. So I'm just going to kind of get this wet. So what I did, and this will be another sample page. We'll do a couple sample pages. And, oh, we got a quote. Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I cannot believe it. Jack Skelton. Okay, let me write that down. Let's write that down. I'm writing it just because I cannot. Make sure you get the quote right. Is that the exact quote? It doesn't mean I cannot. Thank you, D. Ritchie. Cannot believe it. All right, I'm writing. Okay. Yeah, from Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. Writing. Okay. All right. Kelly W. I think said hi to Teresa Duffy. Okay, I wrote that down. All right, so let's go ahead and do this green leaf first. And maybe we can use one of these to be like a pumpkin or something. These could be like orange. I could do these in orange. Now they're not exactly a pumpkin, but we can put a stem on them. So I just wanted to try to use these. I wanted to try to use these foamies from Art Foamies. Okay, so what I did is I got my water brush here. Let's see, let's move over just a little. Let's get this right here. So I just, I did this other one the same way. So I just got some of the olive green, wet it down, add a little brown here to it just to knock it back a little bit more. And then what I did, I don't want to lose my cap there. Oops, let's not let it run off. Go that away. And then I just painted the foamy. Now, again, this foam stamp is very old. I've had it forever. I've had this one forever, and it is stained black. It was like pink foamy, but it's very old. All right, so, and again, I wanted to look kind of watercolory. And then I splattered as well. So I'm just going to kind of go around my square and see how it looks kind of watercolory. And you can go back in there and add more little details if you want, or however do a practice first. Don't go straight into trying to do a completed piece. Have it, on a, practice sheet or something. And then what I did is I just kind of went around a couple of different angles here. And maybe we'll just put a couple on either side. And I'm getting it pretty wet. The water is kind of floating on top. I don't know if you can see that, but the water, there we go. See, it's really wet. Okay, so now let's go around this way. And you can do this on smaller pieces. Doesn't have to be a ginormous sketchbook. I'm just kind of showing you some different options here. Okay, so I'm just going to continue to go around. I did kind of the side so I could kind of see where I was heading. And again, I have a square drawn on here. You might not be able to see it, but if you're going to do this, I would probably recommend drawing your lines if you want lines, doing your lettering, and then erasing the square. Okay, maybe just give a little tick mark as where the square is. But if you have this square drawn out in pencil and you stamp watercolor over it, you're not going to be able to erase that line. I'm just leaving it there for for demo purposes. But you don't want that line to be there if you want, because it won't erase. So I'm just giving you a couple examples of the stamping first. So let's go let's go a little swirly this way. And then maybe we'll put a little red, like one of those other foamy stamps in it for a red, like a berry looking thing. So let's go this way. Okay, and then now I want to maybe get maybe this one right here. This is the closest to a flower thing that is right here. And hi, Marilyn. Anybody else I miss? Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go unknown. Oh, I like that, Mrs. Let me write that down too. All right, let's write that down. Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go unknown. I like that. Do you know whose quote that is, Mrs.? Do you know who said that? I like that. Okay, so all right. Now what I'll do is, because this is supposed to be kind of like a Christmas kind of thing. All right, so now I'm going to get some red here. These engrams are highly saturated. And let's just see what happens here. I'm just going to roll with it. Again, you want to practice this. This is just a sketchbook, practice and do a few test stampings and stuff like that. All right, so I'm going to put maybe a couple down here. Let's see how this rolls. And this is watercolor, so I'm not rushing to the sink to clean it off. If this was acrylic paint that I was using, you'd want to go, as soon as you stamped it, you'd really want to go clean your stamps. But the watercolor is not going to dry and crust up. It'll wash off. So, but just FYI, if you do any of this kind of stamping with these foamies or any kind of foam stamps, you want to make sure it is cleaned off immediately. Okay, I want to do two more now. Now I do need to, if I go over any of this, let's go ahead and dry these leaves, because if I stamp on them, it might splatter those leaves. So let me get my heat gun and dry this. There's still a couple little spots I see that are wet, but again, this is our practice page. Okay, maybe I want one there. here. And maybe one more up there. Maybe two more. Let's see. So something like that. Okay. And again, I'd have lines in here. Let me clean my brush. It's just a water brush, which I need to refill. All right, clean my brush off. All right, so now let's go ahead and hit this with the heat gun again. Then we'll do a fall color one. We'll get to the brush lettering in a minute. I just want to show y'all how to do, some watercolor stamping with the foamies. The other thing I want to do is, now that I got the green, where's that other brush? Here we go. Now, another thing that I like to do, y'all know I like my splats. Let's go ahead and get this a little bit more water right there with a little bit of that leftover green. So, and again, I would probably recommend doing the lettering first for a couple reasons. One, if you mess up your lettering or misspell a word or do something wrong in the lettering, you haven't wasted all your time doing all this, right? So do your lettering first is probably a good idea before you start adding a lot of decorative stuff, because you can do all this decorative stuff and you misspell a word, then that's, yeah. All right, so it takes a minute to dry all these dots. Hi, Candy. Edith. At the that's kind of cool. At the, how do you say that? The Julie Topaz, would you say that? The Latish Indian School? Adia Latish Indian School? Welcome. Glad you're here. Okay, and the paper is buckling a little. This is just thin sketchbook paper, right? Hi, Janet. Good to see you. Oh, no, the video wouldn't load? Oh, no. Are you on hardwired, Janet? Are you hardwired or Wi-Fi? I don't know if that matters when you're watching, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so there's Julie. Adathi, Latish. I know I'm saying it wrong. Don't email me. But welcome. Welcome to the live show. Thanks, Julie. So I am going to, let's just do again. I'm just going to write brushlet. Well, I don't know if I want to write. I'll write Merry Christmas. Okay. Just because we're doing brush lettering today, Janet, and I'm using a sketchbook, and the paper is off-white, so it's not really bright white paper. It's an off-white color, so it probably looks a little, let's make it a little more, no, let's just brighten it just a tiny. There we go. I don't know that it matters too much, but so if we could, and we can do it two colors. Let's do two colors. Let's do red and the green. Okay. So, and again, I'm not sure if this is all dry. I might be setting my hand in it and smearing it. Maybe I should put down a piece of paper here, just right over these dots. Okay. So again, I'm just going to freehand it. But, you can look at the, okay, that kind of, now that doesn't look like an M. Let's fix that. See now I would have thought that's messed up. So I would have said, oh, no, I've got to start over. But the problem with that is I've already done all this, right? But we're just doing this as a practice, just so y'all can kind of see some different lettering. Let's connect that. And you probably want to practice your, get your hand moving. practicing the lettering before you do a piece. And you can also pencil it out. See, I've already, look, see, here's a good example. So now I'm running out of room. I'm going to just go ahead and do it. But this is what I mean by you want to do your lettering before you do your decorations, because you might mess up and then you've got all this decoration work you've done. It's still practice. Don't get me wrong. You still, it's still good. But just so you know, it can, it can mess it up, and then you've done all your all your decorative. Now you might want to go in here. Let's see, maybe these are a little red inside there. But again, because this is our practice page, I'm not really, it's okay. All right, then maybe some berries. We're going to do a fall one next. I'm going to use those two quotes you guys gave me to do the fall. Okay, something like this, maybe a couple around the outside edges, or even could do a little bit more splatter, something like that. So you can just kind of see, you can do all kinds of things. You can do like mossy looking things. Let's take the bullet tip side and maybe do a little mossy looking. I used to put a lot of moss on my calligraphy pieces, not just like this, but very tight, like Spanish moss. But you can just do some little. Something like that around there. So, yeah. Thank you, Janet. So, we're using your watercolors, Janet, and all I'm doing is putting the watercolors on some foamy stamps, which now I will have to clean. No, I probably won't use that one on the pumpkin thing. So again, let me go back. This is just a sketch pad, Hobby Lobby brand. Get whatever you can afford, and this is real, 70 weight pound paper, and then. So I showed, where is it? How you can draw your lines if you want to do more tight lettering. I'm just doing kind of free flowing lettering today, but you can do it as line it out, especially if it's a long quote. Maybe I should show that to you too. Okay, then we did this little sample thing here, kind of the same thing. I just kind of repeated it here, but added some flowers again, these are little practice things for you guys. All right, so now let's go over here and do maybe an actual quote. So if you want to make sure that your quote is going to fit, then again, you can measure this out to make sure you have the exact space all the way around. Let's move it back over here under the camera. I just put a little light pencil line. Now again, before you start stamping, make sure you erase all these lines. Hi, Faithful Mass. The reason I'm just putting doing it different stages so you can see how you can work it out. Now where's my let me move my watercolors over to the side for a minute. Get my ruler. See, I've already got some paint there. All right, so what I'll do, and depending on I don't know how much, let's see. So D. Ritchie said, just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I cannot believe it. Jack Skeleton from Nightmare Before Christmas. And then Mrs. gave us another autumn quote. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1 inch. I'm going to do 1 inch lines. I'm going to turn it this way. It's easier for me to draw them. So I'm going to just draw 1 inch lines again. Even though with what do you call it, brush lettering. You don't necessarily have to follow a line, but it can go wonky pretty quick, even if you're doing dipping letters and bouncy letters and all that. So if you want to make sure it's going to fit too, you know, you're going to erase these lines anyway. So make sure they're really light. I hope you can even see them. I'm doing them light for my own benefit. And have a kneaded eraser. Make sure everything is completely dry now before you start erasing anything. It always is. It takes longer to dry, especially if you use ink. Now, watercolor, maybe not so much. But if you use any kind of ink in calligraphy, if you, it's you almost want to wait overnight, especially if you've done a tight, long, big piece with Gothic lettering that you might have spent hours and hours or a full day on. Do not try to erase any lines until the next day. I'm telling you, I can tell you how I know. Okay, so a way to do this is just with pencil. Okay, so maybe we'll just start right here. And I'm just lightly doing it just because I cannot, and I'm not even necessarily going right on the line. I just want to make sure it can fit. Just because I cannot see it. And you might want to think also about the placement of the letters. So in other words, don't go just because I can dash not, try to see it. And then there's probably a comma there. Doesn't mean I cannot believe it. And I don't want to put it down here. I want to make sure, somehow it fits. So, and you can rearrange if it looks like, oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to erase that. And I don't know if you can see this, but I didn't even go necessarily right on the lines. Now, you can do a couple things. You can either now down here put like Jack Skeleton, the person that said it, and then maybe down around here you're going to have some different what do you call it, decorative florals or whatever. Now it's going to be hard for you to see it, but if I do it too dark, I'm going to go ahead and go right over this, even though I won't be able to erase it. Okay, I won't be able to erase it if I've watercolored over those lines. So, but I want y'all to just, see the process. So, yeah. All right. So now we can do, because it's like Halloween, we could do this in black and orange with pumpkins around it and some more leaves, around it or something like that. We'll see. We're making this decorative part up as we go, because I'm just going to go by the quote. Okay, so, or maybe even some darker. No, it's probably best if it's a lime green. Do I have a lime green in here? Maybe that green's bright enough. All right, so now let's go with, what did I say, black and orange? Let's test these two colors. I've got a couple shades of orange here. I'm kind of liking that one. Orange, and do I have I probably pulled the black out of here to use for something else. Oh, here it is. Okay. And again, these are the Stedler brush markers, but there's all different kinds. It's Skellington. Okay. Let's put that let's put it right. Again, this is just practice for you guys, but thanks, Zeely. Skellington. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Zeely. Let's see. Anybody else popping in? All right, South State United. I'm sure that in the book I recommended here, and maybe Julie Topaz can address it too, because she took a class with Peggy Dunn on Skillshare. She probably addresses lefties in here and how to, addressed how to compensate for that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right over these. Do I want to do it every other letter? If I do, let me get my pens ready, because I got to switch. Okay, so we'll just see how this goes. Again, you'd really want to almost erase these lines so that you could barely see them, because if you go over them, especially with the black won't matter so much, but if you go over it with a light color or a watercolor, those lines are going to show through the watercolor. Okay, I'm just going to do this just so you can kind of get an idea. Okay, so let's do a little dip on that. And see, my lines already are going to go past my border. So I'm going to just erase this border right here. AU. Just because I'm going to start with the, okay, I can't help it, guys. I've got to erase some of these dark lines. They're just too dark. They're too dark. You got to be careful because that's not dry. Just because I wanted to start with the orange. And another thing here too is like I'm going over, there's that letter's dropping into there. You got to kind of consider that. I don't like that to happen either. But I'm just going to roll with it here just because I cannot. And take your time. I'm rolling real quick here. Oops, I want that to have a little. See how this now I really need to put the it down here, and I don't like to do that. But if I put it over here, it's going to look like it's running off. So I've almost got to put it down here, but I don't like that. If I would have been more careful, I would have moved this cannot over to here. So I would have had room for the it. Do you know what I mean? But now it's not going. So what I'll kind of do is I might do Jack Skellington a little bigger so that it. Now let me go to the brush. Well, maybe I can do it with this. I'll have to write really little. Let's see. Hang on, I'll look at Chad here in just a second. Something like that. Now you can't see the pencil lines under there, but I can. And it's in those, you're not going to probably be able to erase them enough. Where's the other? Oh, wrong. you're not going to be able to erase them enough that you won't be able to see them. So that's why you need to really make sure all your pencils is so light that you can barely see those pencil lines. Now I can erase these lines, but if they cut through something like orange is a little more translucent, where it cuts through the orange, you're probably going to see that. You know what I mean, Vern? So you have to be very cautious when you pencil things in that your pencil lines are not going to be there still. Okay. All right. So now I am going to go ahead and kind of get rid of some of the border here just because I might as well. You could keep a little tick mark where your border is. And now I'm hoping this is all dry because I'm going to squish it with the brush. And if it's not dry, you're going to smear it. Okay, so now what I thought I would do is use a couple of these little foamies. And let's get some orange. Let's move everything out of the way here so I can get my paints back over here. Don't forget, we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to give away the last 2 books of the Explorer's Journey that Faithful Mess sent us. All right, let me look at chat. Thanks, guys. Well, we're rolling with it again. I don't like that I ended it with the it here, but maybe we'll put a pumpkin right there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just mix up some oranges here. Let me get a little more water. Janet goes, don't use those cheap water brushes. Use a real watercolor brush. Let me fill it up. All right, so all right, now let's see. Let me get a Kleenex here and dab up some of this red here and this brown because I want to have a little spot here to put the orange color. All right, so I'm going to get these. I had them wet earlier, so I'm going to just put a couple of orange colors here. This M gram is so highly concentrated, guys. I mean, I can't even tell you. All right, so let's go ahead and do some different. We're going to turn these into pumpkins. And again, this is all, you can still see all the lines. It's not perfect, but it's just for you guys to get the idea how to do this. Okay, so now you can take your foamies, and again, you might want to stamp it off to see what it's going to look like, because you may not like how it looks. It's going to look watercolory. So I don't even want this, I don't want this straight up and down. I want a little bit of an angle. So I'm going to turn it a little so that the lines are not straight up. All right, so I'll probably put a couple of these small ones here and there. Let's do this one tilting that way. And then, let's see, I'm going to space them around. So let's just go ahead and then I'm going to put little hand-drawn stems on them. So I hope y'all are getting some ideas. Again, you don't have to do this exact thing. I just, want to show you guys how you can use your foamy stamps with the watercolor with your brush lettering. Are we still with the tour? Hi, Susie's Cottage. All right, let's put one of these right up here. Okay, and then maybe let's add a little bit of brown to it just to make it a little bit darker orange color. Okay, and do a different, another one. Do a few different shades of orange here. All right, let's do one tilting this way. Whoops. And then let's do one more of these, and then I'm going to overlap them. So let's get a little more the brown orange. Tilt this one this way. Okay, now I'm going to go to this one. And again, because this is watercolor, I don't have to go rush to the sink and clean these off. If you were using acrylic, you'd want to clean these off as soon as you got done, because the acrylic paint will crust your foam stamps over. You don't want that to happen. So make sure you clean them off if you use acrylic. Okay, so let's see. I'll probably put one right there. maybe I need it to be a little darker, maybe a little more contrast here. That one could have been a little darker. Maybe I'll put a darker one over the top of that. Let's see. Okay, let's put one over here. Put as many as you want. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yeah, most of these are grams that that Janet sent me, and then there's a interspersed in there are a few just the Prima. Some of the browns are in there, but the grams are so highly pigmented. I mean, look, I just got one little dollop of it, and you see how dark that is. Okay, let's go one kind of right over that J. Okay, kind of like that. Now let's go back to the little ones, the little stripe ones. I'm going to even darken it just a little more. Put one at the top. Maybe going this way. So I'm going to put little stems on them. And then maybe one more down here. And then I'm going to put green stems and stuff through there. You like yeah, you like them as little, yeah, I think they make good little pumpkins, don't you? All right, so let me clean my brush off here. Let's see, let's see, I've got these because I use these on the Christmas one, but I might use, this might be a little too big. I don't know if I have something smaller. I probably do have something smaller, but it's going to be in my big bag of foamies. I don't know if I want to dig through that, but this is kind of big, this oak leaf. Maybe I could get away with putting a couple on there. We'll go for it. If it doesn't turn out, then y'all know what not to do. All right, so now I'm going to clean this off here. Palette, clean this excess off. And I'm going to go back to the green here. And again, lots of pigment. So very pigmented. All right, so let's use this. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of green. I know that the oak leaves would be more brown, so I'm going to put green and brown, I think. Let's put green and brown, like they're changing colors. I don't want to put orange because we got orange in the pumpkins. So let's go with another. Let's just go over here with the brown. Let's water this down. It's very, very wet, wet it down a lot. And then I'm going to just mix the brown and the green together. And again, you probably want to test this on a scrap piece of paper, guys. I'm just rolling with it. But you probably want to test it with the scrap. Okay. I'll tilt it this way, I think. Then we're going to put little stems on the pumpkins and some viney stuff around. Okay, so there's some green, a little more brown. Hope I'm staying in camera. If you have any questions, put them in caps. I'm not paying too much. Is it possible to just dip the stamp? I guess you could. I couldn't really do it here because my palette is like got waves in it. But if you put this on a piece of plastic, like packaging, some kind of a packaging where it's perfectly flat, then you probably could do that. Yeah, that's a good tip though, Abigail. Maybe I should look for a piece of plastic so we can try that. Let's put this one coming down this way. I'm just going to put 4 or 5 around here. If you do variegated, though, if you do like a couple of colors like this, you almost have to paint it on where you want it. But if you're just doing one color like we did the red or the other leaves green, I would imagine you could just stamp it in the watercolor. Yeah. Okay. See, ideally, I would use another smaller leaf to kind of put in between. I guess I could like just water down one or two of those, but I'm kind of going with the oak leaf feel now. Let's see, which way do I want it to go? Kind of. The other thing too is I'm going over other watercolor. So you got to be careful of that, especially on your lettering. It can run. You got to be careful. Like I almost did it right here. Now I can tighten that back up with a pen, but you're going watercolor over watercolor, so you don't want to ruin your lettering. You have to think about all that, when you're doing this. But I just want to show you all different kinds of. Let's see. I think I want this one to go this way. And we'll put one more right in here. Am I going a little too overboard? I might be going a little too much. I might be going a little overboard on the on the leaf, but then we're going to add some other little details. So I just, again, guys, I'm really just trying to show y'all ideas. All right, so let's see. Let's go maybe this way. Let's do one here, and we'll do one more up there. Let's get the green a little bright. Oh, got the wrong green. I want this green. Let's put some more water down. Remember, put it in caps if you're talking to me. Yeah, I like the oak leaves too. There's so much you can do with them. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit more brown. Okay, so now I'm going to put one more up here. Okay, now I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. Let me clean my brush off here. It probably needs one right there, doesn't it? Yeah. It's almost like we've got a circle going around. Whoops. We've almost got a circle of leaves going around here. So either that or I'd have to put another pumpkin or something up there. And let's just go with another leaf. And then I'm going to do a little splatter. Then I'm going to put the stems, maybe a little moss. Okay, so let's go like this. Don't want to go too much over the lettering. And really, guys, the composition could have been a little more thought out. But again, I'll fill in with the moss. All right, so I'm going to clean this off. Now I want to get a floppy brush that will flick. I'm going to add some more water to this. Just use up all this right here. And again, if you do this, be careful on your lettering because it could make your lettering, depending on the kind of brush you used, it could make your lettering move. So I'm trying to tell you all the tips I can think of because I would hate for you to do this and then have your lettering go. Okay, there we go. Now let's clean this brush. And let's clean this up so I can close the palette for me, or at least move it out of my way until we get to another crop thing. Okay, now let's hit this with the heat gun. Check chat. Hi, Devin. How you doing? Well, here's another thing, too. All right, so I can see where it started to smear some of the letters right there. So what if we smeared them on purpose? I mean, because I cannot see it doesn't mean I cannot believe it. What if we made it smear on purpose? Should we try that? Y'all want to go for it? Let's see what happens. Let's do down here too. That looks cool. Now I don't know if I want to do it on the pumpkins because I want to do stems and stuff first. Now it's getting it's getting away from me. I put a little, maybe too much. I still want to be able to read it, so I might have to go fix a couple of letters. Everybody's going, "Oh no, you ruined it." Well, it could be considered ruined, but now I'm going to put black moss and stuff in here too to balance that out. Okay, so let's dry this again. Hang on. We're gonna play with it. And after it's dry, if I want to like make sure the A is readable, I can go back in there with, the pen. Hi, let's make a mess today. We're making a mess. Okay, so let's see. All right, let me sop up a little bit more of the water. I might have gone just a little too much. But what I can do is go back. Once this is 100% dry, go back in there and touch up a couple of the letters. But now what I want to do is go in here with my brush, and I want to do little stems. Let's see, do I want one there? Or little, the little tops on the pumpkins. Something like this. And then I'm going to put in the black moss, and then it would be fun to smear it again. Let's see here. So what I'm trying to do is just do some little curly cues off the stems and things. We might have overdone it, but hey, that's okay. This is a practice. This is experimenting. What I'm thinking is now if I go back in here and spray these little areas of black, that it's really going to stand out really cool, real smeary like. So I'm going to spray it again. Look how we just made a hot mess, but yeah, let's just keep going. All right, so let's see what happens. I'm not putting any more on the letters, trying to avoid the letters. Okay, so now let's let that smear. Now what I want to do is I have to get this really dry in here, in the lettering part. Just so I can maybe touch up a couple of the letters. Just so we make sure we can read it. I mean, I really jacked up Skellington's name. It really needs it's going to take a while, guys, to dry. So let's see if I can sop up some of the water, because I really did over spray it. All right. So I need all this really dry before I can go in here and like just maybe touch up a couple letters so that you can still read them. Doesn't mean... See what I'm saying? I'm just kind of touching up a couple places where you might not be able to read the letters at all. What do y'all think? Did I make a hot mess out of it? And bless his heart, I'll have to really make sure that's 100% dry before I can fix this. Oh, I need the orange in there too. Outline the letters with a gold pen. I could do that, Juanita, but it would have to be like in a couple of hours, because this would have to set and be 100% dry before I could go in there with a gold pen. Okay, but I am going to tear this out because it's sopping wet, and I can't flip the page over until that's, because it's very, very, look, you can see how wet it is. But I think I do need some more black splatters but it was, well, maybe it shouldn't have to. Maybe I shouldn't let it dry. I should probably go ahead and let it and splatter it. Where's my splatter pen? Where's that brush? Where is it? Where's my soft brush? Here it is. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe, let's see, is that dark blue? Let's see here. Yeah, dark blue. That's fine because this looks dark blue because of the water. So let's get some Payne's Gray and do more splatters. Let's just go all in here. All right, so we took it a little far. I admit we took it a little far, but you know, you could go in there with a gold pen, or you could go in there with tiny little Spanish moss. Yeah, well, drippage right now, if I did drippage coming through this, it would mess up. You wouldn't be able to read it. The letters would not be readable. It's barely readable now, right? All right, so we're going to move on to, let's set this one aside. Let's do something not quite so dramatic. Let's do something not quite so dramatic. Yeah, I do have a mister, the little making mist. I do have one of those, Debbie. I just never use it because I just spray it with that. But yeah, for something like that, the mister would be better. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Okay. So again, I want to get me a square in the middle here. Now I've got some of the watercolor bled through because this is just sketchbook paper, guys. I'm just doing practice. These aren't pieces that I'd want to, really do something with except photograph them. I could if it turned out I could photograph it, but this is just thin 70-pound paper. All right, so let's see. What was the other quote we had? Somebody gave me, autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go unknown. Mrs. gave us that quote, but she didn't say who did it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sketch it out. And we'll do autumn kind of really big. M and autumn. And then we'll do shows. I'm going to skip it over. Us. How beautiful. I just want to place the letters. Okay, I got it too big. I need to move this up. Okay, wait. Let's just move it all up a little. Okay. I don't want that too dark. Okay, let's do autumn. Whoops, let's spell autumn right. There we go. Autumn. I'll do beautiful. See if I can fit this in. Let things go unknown. All right. Again, I want to make sure that my lines are and all that. Because again, you go over this with watercolor and it's not going to, you're going to see it. So I just want to kind of a little bit of a placement there. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's see who's messaging me. Oh, it's Boo and Granddad. Hi, Ashley. All right, so let's do an orange. Let's do a couple shades of orange. Again, I'm going to go over this just so I can see it. You probably won't be able to see it much, but I just want to be able to kind of get a little bit of a placement there. All right. Should I do it in or the whole thing in orange? Maybe we'll do the whole thing in orange. Let's do the whole thing in orange. Okay. Did I spell that right? Autumn? Yeah. Okay. Shows us how that needs to be pointier. That didn't fit. I didn't like that S. I'm just kind of doing this kind of quick. How beautiful. I did the whole thing too big. It needs to be smaller. We're going to do it over. It's the nice thing about having a nice little sketchbook. Okay, we're going to start over. Now I can see what can fit and what can't. All right, again, you can make a square. I'm just going for it. We're going to just go for it. I posted that quote on Insta yesterday. You did? Okay, well, I don't know. Mrs. gave it to us. Okay, here we go again. I'm going to just go for it. Okay. So again, that S. Ah! Okay. Hang on. Not liking the S. All right, let's start over. I need to just slow down a little here. I don't like that S again. Dang it anyway. I've got to figure out how I can do this W and bring that S down. I've got to bring that W down. I'm not looking at chat, guys. Hang on. Okay, here we go. We got to bring this W down. There we go. We're getting there. We'll get it. Shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. Is that what it is? All right, so the quote was wrong. How to let things go. Oh, it's by unknown. Okay. All right, gotcha. Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. Okay, thank you, whoever said that. Oh, the author is unknown. Okay. Autumn shows us, because it would work. How things go unknown. That could so work. But okay, I got it now. It's Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. By unknown. Okay, Autumn shows us how beautiful it is. I'm going to have to put that all in one here. to let things go. Am I going to squeeze that in there? And then unknown under here. Okay. There's our giant quote. Oh my gosh. All right. So now what I was thinking though was putting some of the pumpkins and the leaves, but they're too big. I could put a couple, maybe just a cup, maybe even just one. Let's put one leaf and let's see if I can get it multicolored. So if we see if we can get green. Oops, I want the olive green. Let's get some water on here. Okay, so if I put the olive green, let's see what we can do with this. Let's just play. So I'm going to put some green in the middle. And then a little bit of orange, kind of orangey brown. You got to do this kind of quick before it dries too. You know, before it dries on here. And then maybe some brown. Right on the tips there. We'll see how this works. Okay. Let's see what happens. Needs a little fix. Let's go into the green. Do a little fix on this. Didn't get quite enough water on it, so it looks a little stampy when I wanted a little watercolory. Okay. All right, I can breathe now. All right, let me clean off my brush. Rolling over these papers. All right. All right, so I think we're going to take a break and do our giveaways. Are y'all up for the giveaways? And then you can do other things. You know, you can go in here with the detail, like the other side of the brush, and do, you know, not the thick side, but the thin side. And you can do more lines and swirl. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do after this. Let's go ahead and do our giveaway. And then we will, let me tamp this up so I can close it. Let's go ahead and do our giveaways. So, thanks everybody for being here. We're going to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. So, the first thing we'll do, again, we are going to, I got to move all these stamps. I got to wash these stamps. But they're just watercolor, so it won't, what do you call it? Crust them over because it's just watercolor. I'm going to make my notes here. Maybe you can draw smallies falling down. I could do that, but I don't want to, you know, yeah, we could do, there's lots of things you could do. Write down your ideas, Caroline. Write them down. Okay, so where's a Post-it note? All right, so the thing we're going to do now is these two books right here. So how we're going to do, don't put any numbers in yet, please. Listen to the rules. Listen to the rules. Okay, I am going to type in go. When I type in go, now this is for US only. We're going to do a separate giveaway. We're going to do a separate giveaway for international. If you are international, please do not put in a number. USA only. We're going to do a separate giveaway for international, which you can pick one of my prints. The books I just am not going to send international. Okay. So USA only. The first 2 people closest, and I plan on going after lunch today to the post office. So if you win today, if you will immediately email me your address, I will get these out today. Otherwise, it'll probably be Friday or Saturday. Probably Saturday. So if you email me immediately after winning, then I will put these in envelopes and get them out today. The first 2 people closest without going over. 1 number only. Thank you, Julie. I'm going to leave that up there. This one is for US only. I'm going to do another giveaway in just a minute for international. Okay. So this is for USA. Okay. 1 number only. Put in a number between 1 and 100. It doesn't matter if there's more than 100 people because it's the first 2 people closest without going over. Okay? Did y'all get all the rules? It's the same rules every time for the last 10 years. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. I've typed in go, so y'all have a minute or so. I'm going to look up random.org. And we'll let random.org pick us a number. Okay. So get your numbers in. I showed these books last week. I did give away some of them last week. And I'm not going to do a whole flip and show the book again because I did that a couple of times last week. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to count down. Get your numbers in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now there's stop. Now let's see what random.org picks between 1 and 100. 2. I know I'm probably going to have to do this again because I know there's probably not 2 people. There might not be any people. Did everybody go over 2? If they did, I'm going to pick another number. Did anybody get 1 or 2? If anybody got 1 or 2, then you've won. Otherwise, I'm going to pick another number. I'll wait for my mods to tell me. Did anybody get 1 or 2? G. Brody had 2. Okay, so G. Brody gets 1. Did anybody get the number 1? If nobody got number 1, okay, so G. Brody wins 1. Okay, we're going to do it again for the second book. So G. Brody gets 1 of them. Did anybody get a 1? If nobody got a 1, we're going to do it again. I have to keep repeating myself so everybody gets it. Okay, so nobody had a 1. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on my mods. Did anybody have a 1? Congrats, G. Brody. No, nobody's answering me. Any 1? Okay, let me enter that. Did anybody have a 1? No 1. Okay, so here we go for the second one. We're going to do it again. All right. Don't anybody put any more numbers. We're going to go with the same numbers you got. Here we go. 87. The person closest to 87 without going over. 87. The closest to 87 without going over. Yeah, faithfulness. Don't put in more numbers, guys. We're going with your other numbers. No new numbers. We're going with the other ones. Okay, no new numbers. No new numbers. We're going with your first ones because, yeah, why isn't it? There it goes. No new numbers. The person closest to, what was I say, 87? Let me go back. 87. The closest to 87 without going over. Because otherwise it would have been the first two people, but because it was the number two, there was no other person. Okay. Okay. So the closest to 87 without going over. I'm waiting. I'll wait on my mods to scroll back. Just give it a minute, guys. Give it a minute. G Brody 1-1. All right. Somebody said somebody had 82. Did anybody? All right. Looks like it's Dee Dee Sue had 82. And it's D-E. I think it was D. Well, anyway, however she spells it. Dee Dee Sue had 82. Okay. So Dee Dee Sue. All right. So Dee Dee Sue, email me your address. I have G's. I don't need G's address. But Dee Dee Sue, email me your address. Email me your address so I can get this out today. Okay. And G yours will go out today as well. All right. Now I'm going to do an international giveaway. Okay. Here's my email, Dee Dee Sue. Let me put it in. S-C-R-I-P. Okay. There's my email. So Dee Dee Sue, email me you're welcome. Email me your address so that I can send yours out today as well. Now we're going to do an international. So for the international, let me get my two things here. The international can have their choice of an owl print or a peace sloth print. Okay. So this next one is international only. That means anywhere other than the United States, Canada, Australia, Denmark, Sweden, Germany, UK. This is international. Okay, international only. Okay, so because I don't want to leave you guys out, I'm just not sending books around the world. All right, so we're going to play this again. We're going to play it again. Play it again, Sam. Wait till I type in go. One number only, between 1 and 100, international only. And you will get to pick which one you want. Okay? All right. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. Go. International only. Kathy, are you the only one there? There they go. I was going to say. Okay, get your numbers in. International only. And then you get to pick if you want if you want my samurai owl protecting the universe, or if you want my peace sloth. And I'll send it out today, as long as you send me your address today, because I'm going to the post office after the show. I've got a big stack of mail. All right. All right. I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Y'all get them in? Okay. There we go. All right. So the last winner was 87. We're going to generate a new number. Here we go. Oh, what happened? I just kind of froze up. There we go. All right. Here we go. 34. The closest to 34 without going over. 34. The closest to 34 without going over. Okay? 34. So I'll let my mods go look. This is for international. Let's see who wins, and then whoever wins can pick which one you want. Okay? It's a 34. All right, let's see. Hedwig, Hedwig, Heavenly Hedwig had 33. Okay, Heavenly or Hedwig Heavenly, whichever way it goes. Heavenly Hedwig. Email me your address if you want it. Congratulations. Oh, which one do you want? Which one do you want? Do you want the owl or do you want the pea sloth? I'll wait till she answers. Do you want the owl or the pea sloth? Which one do you want? Pick one, Heavenly. Pick one, Heavenly. Oh my gosh, she said. Yeah. Pacola's asking again. Oh, she says, look at my picture. It's an owl. Okay, there we go. So if you email me right away, I will send that out today because I've got a big stack of Happy Mail going out. So email me right away. And, okay. Okay, congratulations. Yeah, email me your address. Look, Janet just put my email up there. So go ahead and email me your address and I'll get it out today. Yes, it is, Debbie. Whoops, there we go. Whoops, wait. Y'all move it so fast. All right, so now let's go back to our brush lettering practice. And again, if you weren't here earlier, we did a little, I showed this book right here. I've got multiple books on brush lettering, but this one's awesome. And Julie Topaz has taken a class with Peggy Dunn. So on Skillshare. So apparently Peggy Dunn has a Skillshare class. I did not know about that. So yeah. Okay. And I did a little flip through. I showed she has lines. There's just tons of stuff in this book. Tons of stuff in this book on brush lettering and practicing flourishes, doodles, composition, and just all different kinds of all your dreams don't if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. She has a few quotes in here for you to practice on. And the other thing I wanted to show you, though, is what you can do. And I'll just go ahead and do it on this one because I've got it all brush lettered out. Is I did a practice one of these. Is if you have your papers, let's just see. Let's pick a pretty paper that's here we go. No, that's cactus. I don't want cactus. I don't want a cactus print. I might have to go into the floral one. And it doesn't have to be a fancy paper. I just have these because, oh, look at these. These look good. They have orange and green. Okay, so this is cactus that you're going to cut. You can cut out these succulents and use them, but I'm going to use the other side and cut out some leaves. I used to have an oak leaf punch, but I think I gave it away. So, but let me look because I'm pretty sure I gave my oak. You can use your what do you call it too? You could use your your punches, your die cuts, your die cutting machine. I thought I had. Listen. I think I gave it away because I never used them that much. Once I got my Silhouette Cameo, I really didn't use much punches. I have a square one, a round one. I have, like 5 or 6 punches that I've kept. But for the most part, I gave away all my punches because I wasn't using them because I have a die cut machine. Now, I could do a couple different things. I could, do some leaves, which I probably should, but do oak leaves, draw them out. But I don't really know if I want to take the time to draw oak leaves out. Maybe I could, let's see. Do I want to maybe I should just make a quick little template one because then I can do them quicker. What do y'all think? Do we need oak leaves or does it matter what leaves we have? because I'm going to cut some leaves out of this, you know. Let's see. Let me get one of these pieces of paper where our paper didn't work. Where our piece didn't work. All right. So, do I want them that big? I know what. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead and get this wet. I'm just going to spray this. It's still got water on it. I mean, it's still got watercolor on it. So let's just stamp it out. Then I will just cut this out. Well, let's dry it now. I'm going to make a quick template. Okay, let's fix them. Let's fix a couple of these here. So they're all the same size, kind of. I kind of want them all the same, but not, they don't have to be exact because this paper is going to make them all look different. Okay, so here we go. So we made a quick little template there. All right. Let's get smaller scissors. You know what I can do? Let's do this. I think I could cut two at a time. Let's do this. Let's put this on top. Got two pieces here, just so I'm not cutting out 5 different times. We're just going to put this, I'm just going to put this template on top so I can cut out a couple at a time. I really want y'all to get the idea. You know, like I said, these aren't necessarily finished pieces. It's to give you ideas. I'm not looking at chat. Hang on, guys. I'm holding a whole bunch of papers together here. We'll see how this works. To make our oak leaves out of a pretty paper. All right, let's see what this does. So there we go. So we got our oak leaves cut out. So what I was thinking is just doing, and I can trim this down. Let's trim that stem down. And then I have another one coming up here. I don't know, maybe we only need one here. And then another one. Well, it won't balance out. It just needs 3 up here, I think. Trim them down. What do y'all think? Something like this? How's that look? I want to get away from the H there. Who's the author of the brush lettering book? It is Peggy Dunn, D-U-N-N, Peggy Dunn. Picola, if she's around, she had a link for it. Oh, never mind. If Picola's around, she has a link. She already put it in before I got the words out of my mouth. Thank you, Picola. So what do y'all think? Do y'all like that? So, and they don't have to be this big. I just used the leaf that was from the stamp for a template. But, you know, you don't have to do that. But I think that's all that could really fit on here, this size. If I had some smaller ones, I'd probably put like one here. No, or we could cut out, let's just cut out some other leaves. Just some regular ivy looking leaves. All right, so let's go ahead here. Let's make a stack of 3. Okay, so we'll stack up 3 here. And let's cut out, let's see, we could probably get 9 out of this. All right, so now let's just see if I can do this. Okay, there's 3. Stack these up. I might have to fussy trim, depending, because I didn't make these perfectly lined up. We'll see here. All right, let's see. Might have 1 back there, or maybe 2. Let's see, let's make them fit. I don't know. See, it needs something down here, but because it's so big, whoops, wrong side. You know, because I made this so big, the lettering so big, it can't get many more in there. It needs 3 up there. So anyway, but you get the idea. You know, you can do better composition. You can do a better composition, but you can get the idea. Hi, Lady Jan. So you can cut your own leaves out. You can stamp your leaves or your decoration, whatever it is, you know. Thanks, Devin. I just, like I said, I want to give you ideas. Yeah, I think I have a ginkgo stamp as well, but it's in my big bag of stamps. I have a huge bag of foam stamps. I just mostly picked out my new ones because these are the ones I got from Art Foamies recently. These, you know, ones I got from Art Foamies. We were using these for pumpkins on the one that kind of got a little away from us. So anyway, all right, so you got that idea. Let's move all this off here. Let's pick up some of this trash so I have space to do something else. And yeah. All right, let's see. What else did we have in here? I was going to tear these out here we did. All right, so here was our samples that we did. And I made this is a big sketchbook. The brush lettering. So just so y'all can kind of see what we kind of started with. And again, you can see you have to erase those lines before you do stamping on top of, because you won't be able to erase them. Here we just did a quick little Merry Christmas using the Art Foamies, and then this is just that leaf stamp. I already had that one. This is from the Art Foamies. So you can do multiple colors. But remember, now I had already done the border here before I did the lettering, and then I messed up the M, and then it's like, well, if you start over, then you've got to do all the decoration first. So it's best to do your lettering first and then do the decorating. So like, I want to use these again. So let's just pull these. So let's just do the word leaves. Again, this is just a big sketch pad to practice on. So if you did a word or a phrase, and then you can use there's just so much you can do, you know. And maybe have one falling down. Or maybe have it up here falling down. No, I like it at the bottom better. So you can do something like this if you think, well, I can't draw, I can't watercolor, I can't draw leaves. Well, cut some out, or flowers. You know, let's do a flower. Okay, so let's do something in pink, and maybe, well, I think there's some kind of flowers in here that can be punched out. This is a botanical. So let me get the florals. I think they already had some that you could punch, yeah, like these. Okay, so you could use these as a template. I don't know. I think that these are supposed to be a banner or something. We'll just use it as a template, just to do it quick. You could do multiple kinds of flowers too. I'm just going to use this because it's here and it's easy. All right, so let's see. Let's pick a couple of papers. Let's pick a couple papers here. I want to do it in pinks though. Let's find, that one's pretty. Maybe pink. Oh, let's do a gray. Let's see if we can get a couple. Let's get 3 flowers out of this. And we'll do a pink and gray. Just because. So I can get, I'm going to try to cut them all out at once again. See if I can get 3 out of here. Or 2.5. We could get 2.5 one. So let's do the 2. Are we having fun yet? I hope I'm giving you ideas for different things. All right, so let's see. Let me cut these out. Hang on. Oh, let's use the littler scissors. I hope you're getting some ideas and inspiration with our brush lettering and flowers, leaves, and what. I have to fix that one. I kind of, be easier just to go from the outside in. Ideally, you'd want to trace these out, and if you want them all the same, not just hold the whole bunch of pieces of paper together and cut them out. We'll do a couple more quotes. I did a whole bunch of names, of y'all's names before, just for quick little giveaways. I did that before. That was kind of fun. All right, let's see. I'm going to have to fix this one point here. Okay, so we got those 2. Now I've got enough here for a couple of halves. So let's just see if I can get 3. Can I get 3 out of that? All right. All right, hang on, guys. We're getting there. We'll do maybe a gray and pink little something. And then, like I said, after lunch, I'm going to run down the post office, get all this stuff mailed. So, all right. Let's see what we can use of this. All right. Hi, India. Anybody else? Just how do you count the arbor? Hi. All right, so let's just see what pen colors we have. Let's see. Do I have a gray? Here's a gray. And a peachy pink color. Those 2 maybe. Okay, we're going to roll with these. All right, let's do a little test. Let's do it. Let me get another piece of those scraps on the floor. That's a little on the green side. Do I have a darker gray? There's a darker. Oh, even one of these blues. Let's see. Here's a darker gray. Yeah, rolling out. Okay, I think I'm going to like this dark gray. Whoops. Yeah, that's better. But I also like this blue gray. Let's see what this looks like. Too blue. All right, those are. All right, so we're going to go with the gray and the pink. Bye, Deborah. All right, I don't have a quote for a flower. Let's go on the back side of this one. Okay, so I think, do I want to do a peachy? Yeah, I'm just going to write, do I want florals, flowers? Let's just write flowers. Do I want it to come back around? Which way do I want it to go? Let's go this way. So now these can do a little bit of a, okay, now mess that up. Hang on. And I will use this paper for scrap paper, guys. Are you in flow? I like that. Let's just flow. Let's just flow. Almost just need two and maybe a half. What do y'all think? I just want y'all to see how you can use different elements. You know, use different things. Maybe a gray. Or I can even put this up here like this. No, I don't like that one. All right, let's cover that one up. Anyway, I just like playing with letters. I love fonts and letters, something like that. So let's see. I think I've said hi to everybody that I see. I think I said hi to Lady True North Jan. Sister, gotta look for black paint. What are you working on, little sister Cheryl? Black paint? You need black paint? Oh, thanks, Devin. So anyway, just look how pretty these, you can just cut out things out of your papers and your scrapbook papers and shapes and do your lettering. And let's see here. Maybe I will do a couple. I'll have to do it smaller though. I got to get some 8 by 8.5 by 11 paper. Hang on. I'm rolling over this. Hang on. My scrap paper's on the floor. All right, let's see. Let me get a couple sheets of paper. Hang on. Get some cardstock here. All right, I'm going to do some names. Hang on. Let me take a quick break, guys. Give me 1 minute. Hang on. Went to Hubster's bathroom and his pump soap smells so manly. Now my hands smell like aftershave. Ugh. Ugh. Now I want to wash my hands again because the soap doesn't smell good. Oh my gosh. Bye, my. Oh, it smells like I gotta go wash my hands again, guys. That smells too aftershavey. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right. I don't know what brand he had in there, but it's like aftershave smell. Sorry. I don't like my hands to smell like aftershave. Okay. All good there. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a couple of y'all's names. You can relate? Oh, big mama bird. Smells bother me like perfumes, florals. The only thing I really like the smell of, like in my home or body splashes, is like fruit, pear, mango, fruity things. Florals or aftershave smells. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to pick a couple names. Let me pick a couple names here, and I will do y'all's names, and we'll use some of these little leaves and flowers to decorate with. And we'll do them in the colors that will go with these. So I'm picking the colors. All right, so let's see here. Let's pick up some of these scissors. So I will pick, let's see, what time is it? I'll do 5 names. We'll do 5. And I'm randomly picking them, so don't anybody get your panties in a wad. Artificial smells do you in, Big Mama Bird? Okay, so mine's pretty. She spins. Okay, Juanita. I'm going to do Juanita. All right, so Juanita. She spins as Juanita. Let's make sure I spell it right. Is that right, Juanita? Juanita. Is that correct, Juanita? Well, it's just the hand soap. So I don't really smell it on him if he uses his hand, that hand, the pump soap, whatever. I don't even know what brand it was. I should go look just to let y'all know. But I don't smell that on him when he uses hand sanitizer or soaps. But I could smell it on my own hands because my hands are, right next to me. Okay, so we're going to do Juanita. I think I got 5 sheets of paper here. I'll get one more. I think I got 4. Okay, let me grab one more. Hang on. Well, let me grab a couple more because they may not turn out. I might have to do a couple of them over. We'll see. All right. So we're gonna do Juanita. Let me see. Jerry, I haven't sent Jerry anything. I don't even know if I've ever sent Jerry anything. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you want these sent out like today, otherwise it's going to be like a few days. Jerry, Geri. I'm randomly picking, and I'm trying to pick people that I don't really, pick. Bye, Boomy. That I haven't sent anything to lately, or ever. Let's see. I would say Noonie, but I don't think Noonie. Do you want Noonie? Noonie's Nook, or would you rather have your name Noonie? Noonie. Would you like me to do yours? Let me see how you spell Noonie. Or is that Nani? Is that Nani or Noonie? Nani? Okay, let's see. And I don't think I've ever said anything to Abigail. I don't know. Abigail. And I don't care if you're international on these. These are just going to be an envelope. So All right, so I'm going to do Abigail. Let me go back to new Nani. Is it Nani? Nonie. Nonie. Okay, Nani, Abigail, Jerry, Juanita. One more. Let me look. One more. Okay, 1-0. Okay, gotcha. Okay, Abigail. And let's see. Who else have I not sent things to? It's Noni. Is that how you say it? Noni. Okay. Okay, Noni. Thank you, Jane. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I like phonetics. Hooked on phonics worked for me. That's how I learned to read. That's how I learned how to teach all my kids and everything how to read was phonics. If you can sound out a word, then you can look it up if you don't know what it is. But learning them by sight words, and I don't anybody email me. So well, my kids learn by sight. Don't email me. But if you can do phonetics, then you can, read anything. If you learn by sight words, then if you get a new word and you don't know phonetics, then you don't know how to say it. Okay, so let's see. Yes, it does. Phonics works all the time. All right, I'm just going to scroll back here. Who else haven't I done something for lately, or if not ever? Linda Patrick, have I ever sent you anything? Linda Patrick, if you'd like your name. I'm going to do a Linda. If you don't want it, then just Linda Patrick. Okay, so there we go. That's 5. That's all I'm going to have time for. Okay. All right, so Linda Patrick. So I'm going to do your name here now, guys. So make sure you send me. I don't know what. Let's see. We'll start with Linda, and I'm going to do I'm going to use these leaves and flowers. If I need to cut more, I will. But I'm going to use these. Okay. So this is the idea here. Let's stack this up. Let me get a little breathe here. Oh, and don't forget, guys. I mentioned at the beginning of the show. Okay, make sure y'all email me your address so I can send these out today. Well, if you don't want to do it today, I will send them out to you next week. But I'm going to the post office after the show. But I don't know if you heard me mention today, this morning, Lena, is it 20? What is it, Pacola? Lena Linux 2010? I think is her YouTube channel. Anyway, Arlena. Janet and I are going to start doing, at least occasionally, we don't know that we'll do it every Thursday morning at 9 Eastern, but we're going to try to do like artist interviews and artist grilling. I mean, polite questioning. We're not that way. But anyway, we're going to have artist interviews and chats and just whatever on, and we can all work on stuff, just chat, do stuff. On Thursday mornings, just for an hour or two, between 1 to 2 hours. It's not going to be, here we go, I'll put it in. It's not going to be, hours and hours. And, but we plan on just doing that a little bit on Thursday mornings. We can't say it's going to be every Thursday morning, but it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow, Lena is going to be our guest. So if you want to tune in tomorrow to talk with Arlena, and if y'all missed, she was on yesterday. Lena's an awesome artist. So if you have not been to her channel or bye Candy, then make sure. Hi Iffy. Make sure you follow Lena. I think it's Linux 2010. I can't remember, but we'll make sure you get it tomorrow. Okay, there's my email. Let's see. All right, so let's see. Let's do Linda. I think I'll use a couple of these, and I'm just going to do this is going to be very simple. I'm going to pick out some pretty, shades of, like, here's a green, maybe a dark green. I'm just using my Stadler pens here. I have dark. Here we go. So let's see. Let's see what we want to do. We'll do. Let's do Linda. And I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be a lot of fancy. It's just gonna be simple, just so y'all can see some lettering and just some, some fun. Okay, so let's see here. Got to get my hand going. Okay, and then you can kind of fix any little pointed points that you want. All right, so now let's see. Do I want a leaf on the one end? And I think I need to cut these down. Okay, so I'm going to cut these leaves down just a little. I'm going to use 3. What do you think? Oh, maybe it needs one more. Maybe it needs, no, because I like 5. Wait a minute. Let's see. Maybe I can cut this down. It's got 3 leaves and then maybe a little swoop. What do y'all think? Do you like that? It needs another little swoop. It needs 2. It's going to have 5 things. Let's do another little swoop here. There we go. It's a little big. Let's just take it down just a little. Okay, I like that. What do you think, Linda? And y'all excuse the squeaky chair. I know people go, yeah, what's all those noises? It's my squeaky chair, 25-year-old chair. I'm not getting rid of it because it makes noise. Okay, so Linda, Patrick, what do you think? All right, so now let me get my glue stick. I'm going to glue these down. I'll sign it on the back so that so you can have these. Just because I think they're fun. You like it? Okay. Hi, Faithfulness. We gave away the other 2 of your books. Thanks again. You have an owl headed your way, Faithfulness. Sending out all my mail today. As much as I'm going to get all this out. There we go. Linda Patrick. That's fun. Okay, so let's set this aside. Let's go to the next one. Abigail, are you more a flower or a leaf gal? Abigail, y'all have to stick around for 5 more minutes, people. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Debbie. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave me yet if I got you down for your name. Okay, Abigail, flower or leaves? And I can always cut more out. I got different bits here we can use. All right, where's it? Flower. Okay, Abigail's a flower. She's a flower girl. Okay, so where's that pink color? Okay, so we'll go. All right, here we go. If it doesn't turn out, I can always start over. It's just a piece of paper, right? See, I don't like the way that swoops there. It doesn't I'm not sure. No, I don't like that. Okay, let's start that over. I don't like the way the V and the I were connecting. So let's do this again. Okay, I got to think of how I'm going to connect these two because I want the I to come up here. So I'll just do a little swoop there. And then this will have a flower probably. And I may not like this one either. We'll see. Okay, I like that better. But there needs to be a little heavier part right here. That's better. I think that might even be a flower over there. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now let's see. Let's get one of these flowers. I'm going to have to cut them down because it's going to be too big. Do I want to do individual little I think what I'll do, and let's see if I can do this. Let's cut these down into petals. Let's cut them down into individual petals, I think. That way I can arrange them how I want. So, because this is quite big, that. Maybe it needs to be, well, it's going to have to be even smaller on there. It's going to have to be smaller on the dots because I don't want to go over the top of the L. So let's do this. Let's just turn these down just a little. Do it a little at a tilt like that. Talking to myself. I'm just playing a minute. I kind of like that. What do y'all think? Does that look okay? Maybe, let's see, let's get some more. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking. I know, isn't her name pretty? And if y'all have not seen Abigail's handmade journals, OMG. You need to go on Facebook and follow her on Facebook. What do you think, guys? Like that? How's that look? Do you think that's purty? Is that purty? Are y'all still with the tour? Are y'all still with the tour, guys? Do you like that, or should I have it like not on the name, like right there? Maybe that's better. That makes the A look a little better. Okay, Devin. I think I like that better. I would put the second leaf at the end, like it's being blown. Well, I could put another one down here. What about that? What about that? Do y'all like? Is that better? But that's 6. See, it needs another one now. Does it need another little one down here? You're still clutching the. Oh, thank you, Julie. Do you think does it need a 7th, like a tiny one over here? Does it need a small one? like right here. Like that. How's that look? Okay, we're going to roll with this. All right. Glue stick. I'm just rolling the thing over the. I want it a little slant. I'm concentrating. All right. There we go. All righty. What do y'all think? How's that look? Does this need a little point down here? I don't want to mess it up. There we go. All right. There's Abigail. Thank you. Jerry, you're next. Jerry, flowers or leaves? Oh, let me put Abigail's. Flowers or leaves, Jerry? Okay. Jerry, leaves. Okay. Do you want an oak leaf or do you want regular leaves? Which one? Because if I put an oak leaf, it's going to be one because they're big. Do you want an oak leaf, Jerry? Like that coming down there off your name? Oak leaf? Or do you like the little ivy leaves? Which one do you prefer? Jerry? Sure. Okay. Let's see what works the best. Let's go ahead and do your name. So let's see what works the best. Like, do we want an oak leaf? Let's see, I'll trim that down. An oak leaf? Do we want 3 little leaves? Which I will trim these down. Hang on. Oh, stop rolling. Get the most colorful ones here. What do you think, Jerry? Okay. Oh, green's your favorite color? Oh, well, good. What do you think? Do you like that? I could put an oak leaf on it, but I don't know if that really works. If I did that, I'd have to almost do 3 of these. How's that? Do you like that better? Do you like the yes or no on the oak leaf? If you don't want the oak leaf, I'll move one of those over there. Which do you like? Do you like the oak leaf or no oak leaf? Let me get a sip of my juice here. You like the oak leaf. Okay. Then we're going to go with these other 3 ivy leaves. Okay. Let's do this. I hope y'all having fun with this. I'm having fun with it. So that's, that's what I want to do on my channel is have fun with it. So bye. Bye, G. Bye, G. Yeah, I'm going to send out your book today. If you don't color, you can give it away to somebody else. Okay. I want to get all the little points. I'm going to do this down here where I can get all the little points on the oak leaf. Okay. Okay. You like that, Jerry? They're simple. They're simple, just simple name, your name. Okay, there you go, Jerry. Oh, you're getting lettering ideas, Kathy? Yay. All right, there's Jerry. I don't know why I'm putting, why do I need this? Okay, now we got two more. Okay, Noni, flowers or leaves, Noni? Flowers or leaves? I might have to cut some more leaves. Well, I still got enough for at least one more. And then Juanita, I don't know if Juanita wants leaves or flowers. I have this blue, these little bluebirds. Leaves out of this would be pretty too. You could do, okay, they're not really autumn. They're kind of autumn leaves. Would you rather have orange leaves, Noonie? I can cut some orange ones. We can cut something orange. I'm flipping through my book here. With your name in orange? Do you want your name in orange like autumn colors? I'm flipping. I'm seeing if I can find something real quick here. It's just a solid orange. I want something with a pattern on it. Those are cast. I'm going to have to go into the floral book because I'm not seeing anything orange. I'm not seeing anything orange here. That's kind of, I don't know. Do you like this? Do you like that pattern? Do you like this? Is that fall enough for you? Okay, so, Juanita, I'm going to have to cut some different colors because it doesn't match. Like these leaves do not match this floral. Juanita. You like this? Do you like this color? Think of your colors, Juanita, real quick before I get to you. Okay, so now I'm going to do, let's see if this is orange enough, or do I need a darker orange? Let's see. This is kind of a florally, no, that might be too brown. Let's see. I'm going to have to go with this orange. Okay, we're going to go with this. Okay. All right, Noni. The green leaves with my name in orange. Oh, okay. So you like these green leaves? Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and do that then. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hear it squeaking. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Juanita's already getting to the earth tones. Okay, I still got one oak leaf left here. We can do an oak leaf. Did you like the same idea, Nani? Let me cut these down a little. And then one falling down, or Maybe. Let's see here. I hope you all had fun today. What about that? Do you like that, Noni? What do you think? Like that? Okay, we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. And Juanita wants earth tones in her. So what color do you want your name in? Like brown, Juanita? What color do you want your name? And I'll go from there. I'll look up in just a second. All right, let me come down here with this one so I can get all the little spikes on the oak leaf. Okay. I have to type in caps for work, so forget to change for the font size. Oh, that's all right. Do you want your name in gray? And do you want leaves out of this gray? Or do you want me to make brown leaves? Cut fresh leaves. Okay, I like this. I like this, Noni. Noni. What do y'all think? Do you think maybe one little tiny leaf maybe at the top? Let's see if I got enough here to cut one. It may not need it, but let's just look at it. Just a tiny little, what do y'all think? I like that, don't you? Okay, we're going to go. I mean, I don't know if y'all do or not. I'm putting it. Okay. There we go. Okay. So Juanita wants, did you say leaves or flowers, Juanita? Did you say leaves or flowers? Leaves or flowers? I need to know these things. Stick this one back in. Leaves or flowers? Thank you. I'm going to show you all of them again in a minute. Leaves or flowers, Juanita? I'm waiting. The gray and pink flowers. You like these? Do you like these gray and pink ones? Do you want your name in gray then? Do you want your name in gray? All right, let's see. Let's see what we got going on. Gray. Okay, let me see. Where's my gray? Here we go. Okay, here we go. All righty. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Make sure everything's nice and pointy. All right. So do you want me to turn these into You want these to be leaves or flowers, Juanita? Either way, because I'm going to have to cut them down either way. So do you want flowers like the shape, flower shape, or you want me to make them into leaves? Because we can cut these down into, like, for instance, let's see here. Let's cut this down. I'm going to cut them down because they were real big. That was just the pattern that was in the book. Like, I can do this. Let's get one that has more pink here on it. I'm asking her what she wants, and then I just go ahead and do it. See, that's pretty. Well, they're kind of leafy flowers. All right, let's see. Let's do a little one here for the dot in the eye. Oh, that's some too dark on the berry end there. Let's trim that down. There we go. And then we can have a couple like just floating down here. Thanks everybody for hanging around. And we play with some brush lettering and paper. Brush lettering and paper. I think I liked it. I think this one's just a little too big. Let's get more pink in that one. See if we get any, I like the squeaky marker sound. Now I can also put one at the top of the J. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe, maybe not. That's too small. Let me get another. I want some pink in it. Let me find a piece here. Here we go. This will be good right here. Is that too much, Juanita? Or is that too big? I think it's just too big. Let's trim that down a little. Yes or no on that? I think it needs to turn over the other way. It needs to go this way. Yes or no? Is it still too big? You want me to make it smaller? I wanted it bigger than the eye. It's still too big? Okay. I wanted it bigger than the eye, but not too big, you know. It's got to be big enough to cover that up. How's that? Is that better? Is that better now? I can put another little one there. Okay, is that going to be no? I just like the J with that. Y'all like it like that? You like the lettering? Which one do you like? Yes or no, Juanita? Yes? No. Yes or no? Leave that one off. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and glue these down. Kind of like floating down here. Like that. Thanks everybody for joining me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the giveaways and the friendship and hanging out with other fibs, friends in the box. Don't forget, Janet and I are going to politely interview Lena tomorrow. No, we'll probably all work on stuff too, but just get to know Lena. How's that? Do you like that, Juanita? Yeah, it's very soft. Okay, so let's go back through them. There's Juanita, Noni, Jerry, Abigail, and Linda Patrick. So, yeah, you're welcome. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'll send these out. I'll put them in here. I'll show you. Well, I'll sign the back of them. And I'll stick them in a sleeve. Hang on. Let's see. I got some sleeves up here. I'll just show you one here. Let's see. I don't want something that's going to soak through. So let me find something thin. This is Sharpie. Thanks for watching. Dee Dee. So thanks for watching. Come on, sleeve. There we go. There we go. There you go. So I'll do that. I'll get these out after. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go to the post office after lunch. As well, if you send me your address, you got to send me your address like right now, because I'm going to put these in an envelope and mail them out. So, yes. And Mrs. also has an owl coming to her. So anybody else got anything to say before we head out? I hope y'all enjoyed this. We're just under 3 hours today. And yeah. Thanks, Bacola, Janet, and Julie, my awesome mods, who also have owls coming to them. I always try to say my mod. And Eileen, even though Eileen's not hardly ever here, because I guess I'm just too dang early for Eileen. I'm teasing her. Don't anybody email her. We heart our Eileen. Okay, guys. All right. Y'all have a blessed day, and we will see you in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, to do a little time with Lena in the morning. Okay, guys. Bye.